Good evening. Welcome to the news desk at 8. Thank you so much for joining us. We're a few days away from launching the Diamond TV presenter search for this year. It will be coming through with the very first episode on the 27th of July. That's a Sunday, so make a date with us and catch up on the Diamond TV presenter search. Coming up shortly are the headlines. Financial Intelligence Center, FIC, uncovers $3.5 billion in suspected illicit financial flows linked to fake companies and mineral smuggling syndicates. Robert Chabinga under police probe for threatening Emmanuel Mamba and Sishua. Lusaka's poor CDF performance raises concern as ministry reports just 34% of funds spent by mid-2025. I'll be right back with more details.
Newsdesk at 8 with Justin Mulenga.
Good evening once again. Thank you for joining us on tonight's edition of the News Desk. Let's begin with the first news item. The Financial Intelligence Center has reported suspected illicit financial flows amounting to 3.5 billion kwacha US dollars, approximately 8.1 billion kwacha in its 2024 trends report, with the majority of cases involving multinational enterprises. This marks a notable reduction from the 13.58 billion kwacha reported in 2023. According to the report, a total of 1,203 subjects were linked to illicit fund transfers, comprising 401 corporate entities and 802 individuals. Many of the implicated corporates were recently incorporated and showed no signs of legitimate commercial activity to justify the scale of transactions on their accounts. However, suspicious transaction reports also declined by 12.74% from 10,293 in 2024 to 8,981 in 2025, a trend the center attributes to improved financial oversight. And Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Cooperation, Jack Mwimbu, says the report has highlighted significant progress in Zambia's fight against financial crime and reinforces, the UPND government's commitment to transparent financial systems.
The Financial Intelligence Center's 10th Money Laundering and Terrorism Financing Trends report has flagged over $3.5 billion United States dollars in suspected illicit financial flows for the year 2024, an amount equivalent to more than 8.1 billion kwacha. The majority of these transactions have been linked to multinational enterprises. According to the report, the figures represent a significant drop from 13.58 billion kwacha flagged in 2023. The report has further revealed that 1,203 individuals and entities have been implicated, among them 401 corporates and 802 natural persons, and that many of the companies involved in the money laundering were nearly registered with little or no visible business activities, yet they recorded unusually high transaction volumes. However, suspicious transaction reports have also seen a decline, down by nearly 13% from over 10,000 cases in 2023 to just 9,000 in 2024. The FIC has attributed the drop to stronger financial insight and mechanisms. Meanwhile, the report has raised concerns over technical compliance in key sectors, among the microfinance institutions, legal practitioners, and casinos, as they all recorded lower compliance levels compared to the previous year. The center has attributed the compliance drop to a growing number of monitored entities, many of which are still failing to implement basic regulatory requirements. Meanwhile, the Minister of Home Affairs and Internal Security, Jack Mwimbu, has welcomed the release of the report, citing a reduction in public sector corruption cases and a significant rise in tax assessment from 1.2 billion in 2023 to 28.9 billion in 2024. Mr. Mwembo has attributed these gains to President Hichilema's zero-tolerance stance on corruption and the implementation of robust cyber laws targeting complex financial crimes. Prudence Chota for Diamond News.
In more news, the Zambia Police Service at Lusaka Central Police Station has opened an inquiry into alleged threats made by Robert Chabinga, Patriotic Front Member of Parliament for Mafinga constituency, during a press briefing on Sunday, the 20th of July. And Zambia Police Public Relations Officer Reha Monga says the inquiry follows a formal report filed on the 22nd of July by Patriotic Front Member of Parliament for Chilui constituency in Mulenga Fube. According to the report, Mr. Chabinga was seen and heard, during the live stream, allegedly issuing threats against Mr. Emmanuel Mwamba and former University of Zambia lecturer Dr. Sishua Sishua. He reportedly accused the duo of circulating damaging articles about him and threatened to deal with them.
Patriotic Front Member of Parliament Robert Chabinga is at the center of fresh controversy as the Zambia Police Service opens an inquiry into allegations that he incited violence during a live online broadcast. The Mafinga lawmaker is accused of threatening Ambassador Emmanuel Mwamba and prominent academic Dr. Sishua Sishua in what has now triggered a formal police investigation. According to a complaint filed by Chilubi Member of Parliament Francis Fube, Mr. Chabinga allegedly accused the two of publishing damaging articles about him and threatened to deal with him during a live broadcast on July 20th.
These threats were reportedly made during a press briefing conducted via an online live broadcast on Kalemba Media platform on the 20th of July 2025 around 10 hours. According to the report, Honorable Chabinga was seen and heard during the live broadcast allegedly threatening to deal with Mr. Emmanuel Mwamba and Dr. Sishua Sishua, accusing them of circulating damaging articles against him.
The Zambia police have assured the public that Mr. Chabinga will be summoned to assist with the ongoing inquiry into the alleged threats. Police spokesperson Ray Hamonga has since urged all parties to remain calm and allow the due process of the law to take its course.
The Zambia Police Service reiterates its commitment to upholding public order and ensuring that political discourse remains peaceful, respectful, and within the confines of the law. Further updates will be provided as investigations progress.
But that's not all. Mr. Chabinga is also believed to be the voice behind a controversial audio recording that has gone viral on social media, an audio in which the sitting Republican president is allegedly implicated. In the recording, a man alleged to be Mr. Chabinga boasts of receiving direct instructions from the president to bribe South African judges in connection with the body of late former President Edgar Lungu. Despite the audio sparking public outrage and calls for Mr. Chabinga's arrest, police have not yet acted on those allegations, a silence that has left many questioning the consistency and impartiality of law enforcement. As the nation awaits answers, the spotlight remains firmly fixed on this unfolding political drama, while the demand for transparency and accountability continues to grow. Victoria Kayeye, Yambani, Diamond News.
In Pemba District, Southern Province, tension arose after the family of 37-year-old Lovely Malambo, who was murdered by her husband Shinde Chimbwe, initially refused to proceed with her burial. The killing followed a domestic dispute over alleged infidelity. Now, the family protested at the local police station, demanding police escort for the burial and questioning why authorities had not confiscated a firearm reportedly used by the suspect's relatives to threaten them. Miss Malambo, a teaching practice student at Lumba Munya Primary School, was killed on the 20th of July after being stabbed by her husband at their home in Simwendengwe village. The suspect attempted suicide afterwards and is currently under medical care and police guard. Despite the initial refusal, the burial has now taken place in Simwendengwe village.
Confusion erupted in Pemba district of Southern Province this afternoon after the family of 37-year-old Lovely Malambo, who was murdered by her husband, 40-year-old Shinde Chimbwe of Shimwendengwe village, refused to proceed with burial. The murder incident, according to police, occurred on 19 July 2025 following a domestic quarrel over allegations of infidelity. Earlier today, the deceased family staged a protest at the local police station, demanding that police escort the body to the burial site, as they questioned why authorities failed to confiscate a firearm allegedly used by the suspect's relatives to threaten family of the deceased.
For protection. We have no protection, and we will not be protected.
3 days ago, police in Southern Province issued a statement regarding the death of Miss Malambo, who was on teaching practice at Rumbamunya Primary School in Chief Ufenuka's area of Monze district in Southern Province. According to police, Miss Malambo traveled to her marital home on 18 July 2025 to visit her husband, and the following day, the couple quarreled over accusations of infidelity. Police further stated that on 20 July 2025, the deceased went to church, and upon returning, the husband led her into their bedroom under the pretense of wanting to talk. He then stabbed her in the neck and abdomen, and as she tried to escape, he chased after her and fatally attacked her. Burial has since taken place at the village in Pemba, where the husband, who ingested poisonous substance in a bid to take his own life, is receiving treatment at Pemba Main Hospital under police guard. Helga Chibwe, Damo News in Southern Province.
In the western part of the country, a piece of land once earmarked for an ultra-modern stadium in the Kasima area, Mongu district of Western Province, over a decade ago, is now being transformed by desperate traders into a makeshift market. With no space at the newly opened Kasima bulk market, dozens of displaced traders who were moved from Kashumba market last week have taken matters into their own hands, clearing the long idle plot in hopes of salvaging their businesses. More details in this report.
This is not a construction site of a new market, at least not officially. It is, in fact, land once set aside for an ultra-modern stadium 13 years ago, now being repossessed out of desperation. With no trading spaces left at the newly opened Kasima bulk market, these traders have been left in limbo. Since relocating from Kashumba market, the majority of traders say they've spent more than a week without trading, a situation they say